Action here in Sudbury, draw 11. Welcome back to the Jerry McCrory Countryside Sports Complex. Draw 11 here, two fantastic teams joining us here tonight. We've got Team Manitoba 2, skipped by Nash Sugden, against Team Saskatchewan number 1. And that team is skipped by Rogan Snow. Saskatchewan coming in with a 3-2 record. Manitoba 2 sitting at 1-3 halfway through their round robin. Both teams looking for extra win or two here, entering the second half of the round robin. Mark Robinson here with you. We'll be joined by Luke Humet shortly. Both teams are getting set here to take the ice, just wrapping up the introductions. 4 great draws to the button here by both teams. All 4 draws to the button ending up right on the button. And Team Saskatchewan, just by the narrowest of margins, are going to take the hammer. Speed's still looking great here. We got a little bit of weather going on here in Sudbury, a little bit of rain, freezing rain and ice pellets, but Tom Leonard's ice has held up perfectly. So you'll see if that has any impact on the game going on. But we're just about to get underway here on Sheet C. Manitoba just wasn't sure there whether they were whether they had the hammer or not. Both teams are waiting up at the hog line, and Manitoba cluing in that they've got to throw first here.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Luke. How are the roads?
They were great. Only 2 cars in the ditch, but that's all right.
Yeah. It's been the theme here in Sudbury this March. It's came in like a lion, and it's just not stopping.
I was looking up the weather in Oakville today. Guess what the temperature's in Oakville?
Almost 20.
20 degrees. I'm heading out there to go play curl for kids there this weekend, and I'm looking forward to going to Mexico in Oakville, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit nicer than here. Saskatchewan throwing first now. I guess, as mentioned, these 4 draws to the button were so close. I guess neither team knew who had the hammer, and it's actually Saskatchewan kicking us off. Saskatchewan lead Cole Hillerman. This team out of the Sutherland Curling Club in Saskatoon. And right to the top of the button here for Team Saskatchewan. We've seen this from this Manitoba team, not looking at taking too much risk in the first end.
Usually the case in the first end.
Ryan Thiessen being called for this hit. Sweepers are on it right away, trying to catch a piece of this red. This one's curling early.
Oh boy. Early mistake.
It's a good opportunity here right off the bat for Team Saskatchewan. Good opportunity here. Both teams have a really good idea of what the draw to the button path is. So throwing the same line for this guard.
Nice and tight, but didn't quite curl enough.
Yeah, good look at it there. You got a couple inches of air there for your Team Manitoba. Ryan's going to look to adjust from his first throw.
12-5. 13. Yeah. 13. Yeah. Hard. Really hard. Hard, Tanner, hard. Oh.
Really nice sweep there by Tanner Treichel.
That's ripped down.
Got a little bit of an inside roll. That's good weight there, good controlled weight.
Yeah, sits about a third buried.
Good talk.
Almost right behind the hacks here, and you can see at least 2/3 of this yellow stone.
Got it. Whoa. Yep.
Dominic Barlow here with his first of his second stones.
Curl. Curl. Hard curl. Not moving. Hard curl. Not moving. Hard curl.
This is hanging a little bit.
All right. Good.
Needs to get this one out. Ooh, it's going to hang around at the back of the 12-foot, and Manitoba with hammer. This is their opportunity now to split the rings.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in practice I like this.
Sometimes a little bit of a guess here in the middle.
Just make sure.
All the throws in practice are
Make sure.
draw to the button path, but usually fairly fast.
Really starting to curl. Looks like you really need it. Really starting to curl.
And we've seen this quite often during the week too. Anything inside out just takes off really late.
Hard for a piece, boys. Gotta get in. Hard.
No problem getting it in the rings.
Nice weight.
It's deep enough to not set up a double. You might have to throw this one Kevin Cooey style.
Yeah,
Good
it's a
sleep.
tough
Throw it all the
double.
way
I
over.
think you're just going to go for the roll here.
And the end's still early here, so obviously for Saskatchewan, just play these hit and rolls little by little. they should be left with some sort of double later in the end.
Bullets, fine.
Pretty big weight here.
I'd like to roll over as far as you can. This one's coming up to nose.
Really hard to make that rock curl with that kind of weight. It looked like firm.
Not a bad result either. Leaves it a little bit higher in the rings as well. Double maybe available later.
Good rock.
Saskatchewan now seeing the opportunity. This rock is a little bit higher than it was earlier, so really good chance to hit and roll all the way over to the back yellow stone. To play right, double may be available here too. Nathan Roy here with that attempt.
Hard for the roll. Hard to roll, hard to roll, hard to roll.
It's looking like nose hit.
Really seeing movement on that inside out. A few of the higher weight hits outside in are running down straight, but finding the movement there.
Playing the in-out, both teams here. It's a little bit unusual, but they seem to have a handle on the ice. Oh, look at this roll.
Nice shot there.
Great shot.
Tyler Fair with that hit and roll. Great start to the game for Tyler. With that nice roll, a run back now being called for Team Saskatchewan. Got to make contact here, just misses.
Or you can set up the three. Can't hear you. You can set up.
Looking pretty good here for Manitoba. I think it's an opportunity to.
I'd be tempted to throw another one around here.
Yeah, you could. Small tap on that top four. It's not a bad call here. Skip really wanted to play the peel here, but played his quiet weight and try to hold a shooter in the house.
Super soft. Super soft. Back line. Really hard. Back line. Goes hard. Really hard. Really hard. Goes hard. Hard. Back line. Oh, good. Yeah. Hard. Big roll. Big roll. Big roll.
Not going to hit it out here, I don't think, but they'll be in the rings. Oh,
It's a good result there for
really
Manitoba.
good.
Real nice.
Real good.
Gets the opposition guard out of the way.
That's a dime.
Two Yellowstones are even, no double there. The only double is on the 12 foot.
This Manitoba team did not play this morning. They had the bye. So interesting to note that the last game for both Team Manitoba 2 and Saskatchewan 1 were against Team Quebec number 1, Team Raphaël Tremblay. And this young team from Quebec, the reigning U-18 champions, they're off to a 4-0 start here. They've got a big game against Ontario. So.
Decided to just go after shot rock here and see if the angles are better on the next one.
Yeah, good to try to roll it over towards those other yellows. Try to group all these stones.
And now. Close. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Close. Yes. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
This one's hanging a little bit, not getting the late finish.
Get down. Get over.
No, it looks like it might make a double at least.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, we're balling. We're balling. Did we get a time? 16-5. 16-5.
It's tough to hold a 3-ball going in the house, right?
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
always a chance to.
Just have to be so precise every time.
Yeah.
So Manitoba coming in at 1 and 3. They would absolutely take 2 points here in the first end. Big shot here for Skip Nash Sugden, trying to set up his 2.
Yeah, I'm just saying they're pounding.
We heard the team, they've already thrown a draw down this path, and they've called 16-5 hog to hog, which is essentially what we've seen right through the week. What do we think of this consistency right through the week?
Ice has been fantastic, yeah. It's a treat to play on ice like this. It's very consistent. You don't have to worry too much about paths and speed and
We're all there. Back 8.
how it's going to be in the last stand or if one side sits for a while. You get a lot of that at the Briar or the Scotty sometimes.
Easy to make shots with ice that consistent.
I think it's good enough so that there's no double and it's a tough roll. Have to give it a go, I think, with that quieter weight like he played on his first one. Every team should be accustomed to the ice now. You know, probably first couple games was an adjustment, the speed being fast compared to curling clubs, but
yeah, just about every team entering the second half of their round robin now. Saskatchewan going for the double here. This one's curling early. Just gets the nose.
I think yellow is shot.
Yeah, I moved a lot.
You can see they're just moving a lot right at the end. Couldn't quite hold it. Good to not jam on the yellow guard or the yellow stone at the back of the
We're for sure one.
back of play. Free draw for 2 here for Team Manitoba.
15.
A few feet less and should be good.
Last rock of this first end here. Team Manitoba number 2.
Gotta be full 12. That's in the last really sure.
Draw for 2. Sweepers are calling this one light.
You look okay. Yeah, no, we can always go. 8 foot.
16-7, they got to go hard. Be a great sweep.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Really nice brush.
Yeah, look at that, all the way to the 4-foot. Wow.
Really good sweeping ISO here.
Nice throw by the skip. Give it to his brushers, and no problem for the 2.
So with that, we're going to head to our first break of the game. Manitoba 2 with a really nice draw. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with you in a few seconds with the second end. Good look there at the Jerry McCrory Countryside Sports Complex. We are here in Sudbury for the 2026 New Holland Canadian Under-20 Curling Championships. Draw 11 here tonight. Tuesday evening. Hard to believe it's the end of March already. Feels like we're just flying through winter, yet
winter
still
sticks around.
a little bit too much snow left here in Sudbury to be going into April, but it's curling season, so
I like
still good to have a little bit of snow, I guess.
it's a hair big. Okay, then I won't.
We're underway here with the first stone of the second end.
Coming off.
Saskatchewan will have the hammer.
Through here, never tie.
Top 4.
16. Okay, tie can go. You gotta cut some weight.
Just top button.
A little bit deep, but does the trick.
And Saskatchewan down by 2. They're going to look at trying to get those 2 points right back, so they're going to put up a corner guard here early in the end.
Wow, almost edge of 4 foot.
Yeah, this.
For a corner guard.
Lots of finish as soon as these stones come off the center line.
Good stop. Probably as big as his head. Good.
Weight's good.
Were the rocks textured again yet, or do you know?
I believe those are taking place tonight after this evening's game.
So there's still good curl, and they
All there.
haven't been retouched yet.
Great throw.
All right.
Nice throw.
Nice run, guys.
Perfect 3.
Really nice spot there, right on the New Holland logo.
Department. Curl master.
8 games of action here once again tonight. We've got 2 pads of ice here at the Countryside Arena. 4 games on each. We've got a really good game on Sheet D between undefeated Quebec #1, Team Tremblay, against 4-1 Ontario #1. It's Team McDougall.
Line's good.
2 teams who are contending for first, and you can keep up to date on all these scores. You can visit curling.ca/scoreboard.
Hard far. You gotta drag it. You
Look
gotta drag it. Really hard.
Standings across 4
18-8,
pools,
gotta go.
schedules, and a list of teams as well if you're interested. Curling.ca/scoreboard.
Center guard for Manitoba didn't quite make it to the center line, so this is definitely an advantage for Saskatchewan. Almost got 2 corners up there and access to the shot rock.
Board.
Yeah, and with this stone being on the button, you wouldn't mind moving it off. And you've got two guards there that you can play a role behind.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough.
Like to stick around in the rings here.
Line's good.
Clean. Clean.
Even at 18.
Whoa. More firm.
Yep.
Yep. Hard dog. Hard dog. Gotta go. Hard dog.
Yep.
Hard dog.
On it. All the way.
Going hard to get the roll behind the corner.
Sorry.
Not quite.
Weight was good. 11-3.
Okay. Guys. Okay.
Probably 7/8 slow. 3/4 low.
Yeah, I like it.
A lot of late finish. Can anticipate that to make the rolls.
This rock being fully open, Manitoba's going to try their own hit and roll.
Touch firm.
Curl. Hard curl.
Trying to
Really
curl this
gotta
one.
go.
They want to roll it behind their guard close to center.
Roll the
Probably
other
going to
way.
roll the other way now.
Hard. Okay. Sorry, that's just a little positive. Your weight was 9.9. It was on the dot. Okay.
Just telling him it was a hair heavy, so just
Yeah, it's the game I did yesterday. They were throwing that 12-12-5, and it seems like what the big boys play with now, just use the brushes a little bit more, but
a lot easier to manage with
yeah,
that lighter
yeah.
weight.
Especially on this kind of ice surface.
Clean. Yep. Hard.
You're seeing it here, that softer weight just starts curling right off the line. Just can't quite hold it, but spinning it into the rings.
Yeah. Put the pressure on it. Okay.
Good.
You're all good there.
That's really good that it stuck around the house here, so the Manitoba's got to deal with it.
Yeah, it keeps Manitoba away from that center guard.
Good.
Yeah. Roll. Yeah. Oh.
Just looking for a nose hit here.
Good sweep, boys.
No problem at all.
Good so far.
Hey, is this?
Is that an Asham extra large or no?
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Ten.
Close.
Clean.
Yep.
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 Hard pull. Hard pull.
Really hard, boys.
Really hard pull.
Really hard.
Pull. Right up.
Really hard.
Right
No
up,
roll.
pull.
No roll. No roll.
Right up. Right up.
No
Right
roll.
up. Right
No
up.
roll.
This contact just rolls under that other yellow.
Okay, kill
That's
shot.
the other side of the equation, playing that bigger weight.
Really like a 16-5, 16-3.
Got to hit the rock a
16-5,
little more
I think we're
precise.
gonna be on pretty
If not, you roll out easier.
16. See if I got it.
Yeah, no
Sure,
stress.
they'll figure it out though.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still early, so. So no Saskatchewan stones in the rings, so this will give the opportunity for Team Manitoba to draw around that center guard and
Feels fair, mate.
start putting a lot of pressure on Team Saskatchewan
Hair
here.
firm, back 8, back 12. It's really got to come off.
Different path.
It's really got to come off.
It's different path.
Coming off.
Really slowing down right here. Always straight.
Yep, you gotta go.
This was really coming down there. We're calling back 12 early out of his hands.
Very good call by the skip
Feel
there.
good.
Just saying it's a different path. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah, right. Out of the handle, like that's what time.
Comes to rest in a great spot there, just fighting the top of the forefoot.
Cuts off that bigger.
Forces Saskatchewan to come down and play a corner freeze on it here.
Absolutely it is, yeah.
Put the pressure on.
Peeling the corners a little bit too.
Well, I wouldn't feel the corner. I think that one's pretty useful. I just think it's so regular path so high that you can get around.
Good.
Still makes sense.
I see two lefties for Saskatchewan.
I think so.
Line's good. Line's really good. Straight.
Seen a few of them in the field this week.
Yes, absolutely. Almost every game I've seen
All the
lefty.
way. All the way. All the way.
Gotta go.
All the way. Whoa.
Hard up.
It's a weapon on this throw with the intern. Got a little bit more curl.
So teams are talking about some different paths here. That draw for Saskatchewan got inside their typical draw to the button path, and what would typically be a 16-5 hog to hog to get to the T line, I got 15-3 on that one. So almost a second difference just getting inside. But the more the teams play on these paths, this ice will
Close.
everything will speed up to about the same
You
speed.
don't want to touch it.
It's a really good advantage for the
Very
other
hot.
teams to get the weight right.
Definitely hot.
This isn't the good stuff here.
Like
So
back 12 through.
Straight.
that's
Definitely go.
definitely hot.
Like gone. That's a 14-3.
Yeah, not the way you want to miss that one if you're Team Manitoba.
I got like 3 quarters.
That was even less than my first.
No, was it?
Okay.
No.
Probably got away with throwing it that speed in that wide path, but he was in that draw to the button path there. So yeah, like you said, it's probably that 16, 16-5.
First one. Great. Thanks. That path was just broken.
Back down.
Close.
Good opportunity here from Saskatchewan to get this Yellowstone off the button.
Whoa.
Whoa. Curl.
Give them a little bit more room to score.
Hard curl.
Curl.
Hard curl. Hard curl.
Got a curl,
Hard curl.
Needs to
boys.
curl to hit it though.
Close. Hard.
Makes contact, spills out of play.
Okay.
You get around there?
Saskatchewan's still sitting one mostly buried.
You got that,
Feel that
Tanner?
really good.
You have a sliver.
So good.
So overcalled
It's
the sweep
almost
there a little
full
bit on the
berry.
straight side.
You have a sliver.
I got like
Be a
a
little bit more
millimeter
patient.
on the left side.
You try that. A millimeter. Worst comes to worst, he's gonna give me a double or he's gonna shoot back.
Yeah, a couple options here for Manitoba. You got the run
Really hard
back
to get underneath him, right?
on your own guard.
I don't hate it. I think this is what we talked about, right? 2 up.
We've seen them
He'll
even in their
probably
last
give
year's
me a
game.
double.
This team's really good at throwing the softer weight as well, so they do have room to get around on the intern side, but feeling more comfortable with the run back right now.
Yeah, the only thing is this rock is just full 8, so yeah. could easily draw around it and be shot and be buried.
Let's make it.
But you make it good though. You'll lie 3 and be in control of the end.
Feeling sturdy today. A little salt and pepper. Here we go. We'll shoot her regardless. Yeah.
He knows that for it's not the easiest for him. Especially to stick around.
I don't mind that, but I have a feeling.
Peel!
Yep. First stone here for Nash. One for the run back here.
Oh, yes.
It's just going to overcurl.
No boy.
6 around on the side. Opens up that
Probably better now than double one. Yeah.
that Saskatchewan stone at the top of the 8-foot.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know how far I can. Perfect. I don't think it'll come into play. Yeah.
Oh, I just come here? Let's try this.
Yeah, it's not so bad. He knows this.
He still has it.
That's really thin. You kind of clean it up.
Yeah, no,
It's not that one.
And if he makes it, yeah, you're blank.
Well, this end has flipped around pretty quickly here, and Saskatchewan now opportunity for a deuce.
Yeah, the worry is if you make this though.
A couple
Makes the double.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
couple shots to throw here. You could play the draw around the corner guards. They're leaning towards a hit right now. If you happen to roll out, your blank still may be in play.
Yep.
Give me a double for sure then.
10.
I've seen a few of these inside out hits, so it should be a spot that they're fairly familiar with.
If we roll in a little bit, the double
What do you have
stick.
for ice or peel? Alright, well
We're
that one
gonna do
is
that.
like
Broom's width.
Ideally. Make sure we're not rolling out of the
I'd be definitely tempted, like you said, to just draw around the corners, nice and even with that other rock.
Yeah, we've seen a few draws so far going out towards the wing, so the team should have a good idea what the weight is. But just playing a soft weight hit here.
10. Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa! Curl! 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 Whoa!
I think he wants it to curl.
Curl! Curl! Roll, never roll.
Good call.
Curled it enough. So
Pretty thin. Where you wanted it.
good shot there
see, now they
for
have to play the slot.
Scoreboard says
if
I
they
think
hit
you
that,
play
then
it.
I
Team
can play.
Saskatchewan.
Okay.
Nope.
Broken Snow's first throw, and they're sitting 2 pretty late in
Or
the
you can
end.
just
I was just looking at this too.
go here. You gotta make a hit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Manitoba's trying to find a way to make Saskatchewan's 2 points as difficult as possible.
Then he makes the half to make the draw.
Discussing rolling the stone over towards the other red in the 12 foot.
Opinion is because I'm in the middle.
Let's try it. Why not?
Okay. Steel, same weight. I like there.
They're gonna lose a few viewers after that.
What are they trying?
I think they're just saying those.
Oh.
Those are forcing him to make their hits. I don't know. I think him that other one.
Rep one.
Yeah.
What?
Like I said, he
Oh,
makes the double.
Oh,
Great
I thought you said
for him.
triple. I said rip them.
I think
Oh.
he's a great start. So
Yeah, agreed.
you gotta be careful.
Pretty thin double. Definitely there.
Peel.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I think he's trying to double.
Oh. Girl.
Plan B here, trying to stick around on the side. It'll just roll too far.
Do you like that?
It's all good.
You're right.
Not sure what they were playing there.
No, the Saskatchewan team figured out that they were playing the double. It's always tricky when you're aiming for about a quarter of a stone or less.
Yeah, it was definitely
All right,
thin.
hit paint. Hit paint.
Yeah.
So that's the right way to miss that. You don't want to flash and give up 3, so no problem hitting and rolling out. And yeah, 2's okay.
Yeah, tied you.
Just same
I feel like I started. Yeah. No, it. Yeah.
Good chance here for Saskatchewan.
5. Mine's good. Just
Any
paint.
piece of the rings for
Okay,
your second
well
point.
then, Just paint. Just paint, boys. Make sure.
Having so much fun.
Just paint, boys. Always paint. 16-4.
16-4, should have no problem getting there.
What?
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, bring a pin on this line.
And brings it right into the rings.
There you go, back-to-back deuces.
That's good.
Bro, I just stand there for those kind of shots.
And it's like the first end to hit.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's all good. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
That's the scoreboard end.
Look
It's
at
a little better. Still do a little better. Yeah. Just need a little more communication.
Made a decent amount of kill shots, just not all. You just do
Today we learned to put one foot in front of the other. That with a little hard work, great things will happen. We can go for gold, but what matters most is having fun. We learn from some of the best, improving our skills, building confidence, and making friends that feel like family. We are proud to be the future of curling.
You're back after a short break. You hear the roar of the crowd. You're really good crowds at the Jerry McCrory Countryside Sports Complex. We're here for the 2026 New Holland Canadian Under-20 Curling Championships.
Good. All you guys.
I don't know about you, Luke, but it's been absolutely electric hearing all these fans in the crowd. It's,
I wish I would have seen it. Ontario just made a good one because there was a big cheer.
You know, just speaking on behalf of these volunteers who've been here just day in, day out, it's been a long week, but I have to say, hearing all these fans, it just gives you that little bit of extra energy, and you know that's feeding these athletes too.
Oh, absolutely. Doesn't hurt that there's a beer gardens, I heard, or
Yeah, I would agree. It's great that we've seen a lot of the teams that aren't playing on the ice right now either. So a lot of the women's teams are here right now, cheering on their friends and province mates, so to speak.
yeah, absolutely.
And we saw the same thing last night when the women were on the ice. A lot of the men's teams came out to watch. Really good sport here for each other. And why not when you've got good curling like this? 8 sheets of ice, 3 draws a day.
All right, we're off to the races here with a center guard and then a corner guard. So
We like rocks and play.
yeah, this will be should be good.
Wait's close. Wait's good.
Line's good.
You know, both of these teams have had some high-scoring games so far this week, so neither team really afraid of putting any rocks in play.
Deep. Behind T. After behind T. Pull that
14-7, nothing.
Sticks around the back, but really not very good at all. Opportunity here for Manitoba. Put a good one behind the corner.
Yeah, tough one for Saskatchewan there. It's
Hair more,
if you leave that one a little bit higher, you've got room to tap it up or draw around it. A little bit tougher to use when it's at the back of the 12. Good chance here for Manitoba.
Looks like we might have back-to-back. The time's not too bad. Still a little bit deep.
Curling over quite a bit.
It's buried.
Fully buried, just a little bit deeper than they wanted. So Scotch are going to be trying another draw around their center guard.
Really? That's not that bad.
I think we're seeing as these other paths are getting warmed up, any other path other than the draw to the button, of course. Now that they're getting up to speed, teams may be getting a little bit caught for a rock or two, throwing a little bit heavy, but I expect both of these teams to adjust pretty quickly.
Watch her, watch her.
We're deep, Rogan. We're deep.
All right, just like that.
Another one coming a little bit deep here.
Yeah, Good settle back 8. It's not bad.
That's pretty clean.
It's shot rock at least, so it does serve a purpose, but
That's good.
behind the tee line, never ideal.
And low risk here for Manitoba, so they're going to run up and peel the center guard.
Yeah. Really hard, boys. Hard.
This one's really curling up to center.
That was an 8-3. Move that much.
That's my bad. Just not a good slide.
I think you threw it really well.
At least we got it off the sideline.
Might see Saskatchewan just take an extra second here in the hack. It's quite a few misses back and forth, so really want to get this rock in a good spot. You've got a really good opportunity after a miss.
Line's good. Where?
Need to capitalize on this one.
Top 4. Distance. Weight's good. Weight's close. You can probably curl a bit. Must be top 4. The distance, yeah. Oh, we're all there.
There we go.
Speed's looking great on this stone.
All the way up. Come on. Great throw. Really nice.
Really nice results.
See the run back attempt here.
See this curl in, really nice at the end. Perfect throw there by Dominic. Yeah, forces Manitoba to chase a little bit.
Yeah. Whoa, curl.
Oh boy,
That's fine.
My bad.
that was a quick fall and back up.
Yeah, a little bit of a trip there for Saskatchewan on the hack. So, see this for Manitoba just misses
My bad, boys.
stones in the
I
ring.
think I
So
threw it just about perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lucky.
Cool.
Yeah, I like that.
They're young. They can bounce back up pretty
Oh, yeah.
quick. I'd still be down.
yeah, Nathan Roy with a little bit of a trip in the hack there. These things happen. Just a little bit of quick embarrassment and take your 2-3 seconds and these teams are good. They'll be set to go. Just looking to put up a guard here.
Wow, does he ever have his knee sideways? Eh?
Yeah, it does.
Boy, oh boy.
Really low down to the ice.
Pretty good.
I hurt just looking at it.
Line's always good. Maybe a little higher.
Whoa,
Let it die.
overcurl.
Line's fine on its own.
Let it go.
A
Overcurl.
little bit. Yeah, we're back.
Right
off.
Yeah, stops in a good spot.
Pretty good.
So good recovery there. Nathan Roy.
Quite weird. Felt heavy for sure. Just keep tripping on max. That's a little deeper though. Heel! Heel!
Really hard you got it.
Tyler Fair here trying the run back. How many reds can you get? Makes a
Oh,
triple.
look at that beauty.
Attaboy.
Run back triple. You don't
Really
see those
nice.
every day.
Catch here on the replay. Makes the triple. Leaves their Yellowstone buried at the back of the 8-foot. Beauty there for Tyler.
Throw that one in the top 10 shots of the week.
Yeah, we need a highlight reel going here. I've seen a few really good ones this week. Of course, quality of this field is just phenomenal. We've seen some really good curling here this week.
Line looks good.
Room right now. Easy. Tee up.
Line's really nice.
Gotta settle. Well done. For sure.
Whoa.
Back 8. Lots of room.
Line's really good. 14-9-7. Look.
Back 4. Curl if we can. Whoa.
Still a good opportunity here.
Good. Line's
No,
good.
no.
Never,
No,
never,
no,
never.
No. Really nice.
So it's just above the tee line and forces Manitoba to play the run back here again. So
Did we sleep at all that? Okay.
Saskatchewan doing what they have to do, keeping Manitoba chasing here.
Heel.
Yeah.
See if Tyler can replicate his first one. Nice contact. Oh, just misses the stone in the forefoot.
Missed the line call there. That was well thrown.
It's all right. Real close.
Lights are missing.
Yes.
An unfortunate part there for Manitoba is by just missing that run back.
Yeah,
You leave your guard.
the guard is
buried.
perfect.
Yeah, perfectly guarding that Saskatchewan stone. So Rogan's wasting no time coming down on the ice here. He knows this is a really good opportunity to freeze one right on top, and steals in play here if you can make a really good one.
Be tempted to leave a little bit of separation here, just so the run back double is a little bit tougher. But
yeah, and if you happen to come up light and leave a guard as well,
yeah,
it's still forcing Manitoba to chase it.
Where? Chase. Hold that. Just top 8. Just top 8, boys. It can settle. Hold that. Let it die. Just top 8. Where?
Gotta look for plan B here.
Yeah, calling this one heavy all the way down.
Pretty good. Behind. Looking good. Straight. Bring behind. Straight. Straight. Hard dom. Hard dom.
Just too late. Needed to do that earlier. I'd say the double's there now.
Yeah, might leave Manitoba way out. Definitely move both of these red stones out of the forefoot. Give yourself a little bit more room to score.
It's a good example there. Good information was given to the house, and you got to try and use it and just make a decision, because they're calling back 4, back 8. It's just never going to stop top 8, right, or top 4. So
no, and sweepers knew it right off the bat.
he
too.
called
really
it like halfway, between the hog line and the house, but you come around that, you go right behind it. It's still pretty good.
What is it? Just a hair low? Hey, you gotta get that bottom one first, right? Does it come off our own or no? Does it come off our own and get the top first? No jam?
I think it's louder than a Wolves game.
Yeah. There's been some really good crowds here. And obviously everyone really supportive of all these athletes, no matter what province you're from. So Nash is looking at this double here on the red stones. The reds are sitting in an interesting spot. You may actually have to hit the red stone on the button, the one further behind.
Yeah, got to hit that one first.
Sideways.
Kick it sideways. Kick the other one sideways. See if it avoids the yellow. Got to go.
This one's close. Just stayed a hair too straight at the end. So you just needed to get that hair a little bit more inside.
Good board here.
Yeah, good opportunity here to make a little hit and flop behind cover and force a draw to the pin here.
Yeah, a little board waiter here being called by Rogan. Any kind of inside roll here, you're going to force a difficult shot out of Team Manitoba.
Board up. Curl. Whoa,
Oh boy.
curl. Hard.
Starting to move now.
Making a move.
Curl, Cole. Always curl.
Makes a hit. Sticks it on the nose.
And might take it over.
Not a bad result, to be honest.
Good sweep, because yeah, that was looking like it's gonna jam.
Yeah, you saw from that camera angle, pretty much any kind of double will likely jam on that yellow stone at 4 o'clock, so to speak.
I think you got to give it a go and take your one, right? Your shooter should count.
Well, it looks like dead nose jam. I don't hate down weight.
I mean, it's not bad. This was always lined up. That was always a good move.
Yeah, so not throwing peel weight here. He recognizes that this is likely going to jam on the side, so you want to stick around here to score your one.
Whatever weight the shooter sticks in the 8, right?
There you go.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I think it'll dead jam. You think it will? Yeah. Yeah, that's why I just think lightweight double, and then you just stick your shooter around, just kick them both out of the 4, and you're good.
Danger here would be hitting too thin and jamming red onto red and red onto yellow. You need to make sure to get at least one of these red ones out. So don't miss wide.
9-5-10.
Yep.
Yeah, playing fairly quiet here.
Oh!
Yeah, final stone, Team Manitoba 2.
Oh, straight, straight, straight. Whoa! Whoa!
It's the double. Is it going to stick around? Spin
It's
back.
going to be real close.
First thought here is red.
I think it's red, but yeah, they overswept this.
Yeah, I can see here, catches the back, yellow stone, and red actually slides a little bit. But
I had 10 seconds, so the communication was good, but
I think we settled on a steal of one here for Saskatchewan. Got a steal of one for Saskatchewan. So good end leads to a 3-2 lead for this team. We'll be back with the fourth end right after this. Back with some Tuesday night curling here in Sudbury, the Jerry McCrory Countryside Sports Complex. Mark Robinson joined by 2026 Northern Ontario Men's Champion Luke Ouimet.
No, that was
He's tight.
glad you have to say that name. My French tongue would have a hard time with that one.
Right off. It's cutting. It's cutting.
Really high.
It's cutting. Just leave it.
But I mean, we're honestly probably happier giving the steal that end and taking two. Here.
Fourth end play here.
The other way around,
All
right?
right,
Sheet
that's good.
C, Saskatchewan with the steal of one in the third end, and that gives them a 3-2 lead on Team Manitoba 2.
You've been deadly on the weights.
Saskatchewan coming in with a 3-2 record. Manitoba sitting at 1-3. They had to bye this morning, so they've got one less game than a few of the teams.
We're really tight.
It's a big game here for both teams, really. Manitoba looking to pick up a win to stay in contention. And win here for Saskatchewan to sit at 4-2 with 2 games to go would be a pretty good spot for them. It's a big game here for both of these teams.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, just slips into the rings.
Yeah.
Why did we have to go straight to just not curl?
Is that in nowadays? We've noticed it's maybe a half second faster.
Yeah, absolutely. The more we play,
Sweepers are not picking up on it.
been seeing a lot, both of these teams asking for corner guards quite often, so
Just slide in.
really picking up speed on both of those sides. Does Saskatchewan with that 1-point lead, not afraid to hit the stone.
Whoa!
Like the line's perfect, Tanner.
Right off. All curl.
This one's hanging on center line though. Gonna have to curl to make contact. I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
Not quite.
I don't know what kind of weight he called, but
Calling it quite heavy, unfortunately.
Yeah. Kill shot.
well, back-to-back misses. We're even.
And this is where Manitoba, with the hammer, you're down by 1. You're gonna want to take advantage of this one. See if they can put up a.
Wonder if they're playing a tap here. You end up with a guard.
I think they're drawing in on the other side, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah,
Trying to
that's
split
an
the
off turn.
house.
My bad.
I think you're like T. T.
All there. Back 8.
T. Ties are off.
Yeah, the guard for Team Saskatchewan is quite high, so even if they
Top
manage to
eight.
draw one around, Manitoba
go,
should
gotta
be able
go,
to
gotta
chase
go.
it.
Yeah. I think you can go ahead. Going here.
But
Right
some
there.
hit opportunities here for Team Manitoba. Or Saskatchewan, rather. And sticks around in the back of the 12 to sit 2.
Wait. 10? Okay.
Oh, he's not playing it. It's good enough.
Dominic Barlow's first throw here in the fourth end.
Right up, yep.
Trying to get the hit and roll either behind their center guard or all the way over.
Whoa, looks good.
Sweepers are on and off this one.
Should be good. Nice throw. Real good.
Gets the roll all the way over. That's a great shot there. Good to group the Manitoba Stones.
8-9.
Yeah. Or hope this stuff does.
Get up.
It's nice to have.
Tanner here just looking for the nose hit.
Yeah, 9-5.
Might be able to roll a hair inside, but got to watch not to hit your own stone in the back. Spits too much weight and gets the roll out there.
I just, on this surface, it's really tough to make those nose hits precisely with that up weight because you can't use the brushes as much. So you see Brad Jacobs at the Olympics, right? What's their favorite weight? 11.5, 11.5, 11.5. They're always throwing that weight. And well, of course, their brushers are quite a bit stronger and whatnot, but they use their brushers just for that reason.
Yeah,
So.
good for these teams to practice those softer weights.
Hard.
Hard, gotta go. Right up.
Right up.
Right up, Cole. Right up.
Want to stick around here if you're Saskatchewan. Just gets it out of play.
You rip or you throw here. Whatever you're feeling. If you think you can get a deuce out of it.
Did you
I
turn
like
it
going
in?
hard for the deuce. Draw.
Whatever.
Try it.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I feel really good.
I like this call. The guard
like
is
you were good.
pretty high up, but if Manitoba can take a good one around here, you're going to force Saskatchewan to chase after it. It's a good chance to put some pressure on here.
I like it.
Yeah, no, it's a good call. A little bit higher. Top 8.
Back 8, back 12.
Uh-oh, another rocket.
All there.
It's almost through.
Yeah.
14-2.
Find these teams are both playing really fast right now as well. It might be good,
It's all good.
good discussion by the coaches to maybe take that extra second in the hack,
Ready? Make a good draw here.
dial it in a little bit.
3-6.
Yeah, I definitely do that when I'm on fast ice. I take that little bit extra breather, just calm the nerves down a little bit. Just get that slow slide going. Cause
Yeah, both of these teams coming in with 32 minutes of thinking time in the game and nearing the halfway point, and both teams have either just about 21 minutes on their clock, so playing really quickly with even with some rocks in play. We haven't even run up and down any ends with little rocks in place.
What did I that?
Both teams, they want to settle down a little bit.
Maybe back 12.
Let it settle, let it settle.
Another heavy one coming here.
Oh, he's sticking. 14-7, Mike. Good stick.
What did I throw at mine?
No,
Did
it's
you
a
get
good
14-2? 14-2?
Some will come to rest in the back of the 12-foot. Just settles down.
14-7.
Don? Split.
16-2. 16-3.
Yeah, I think that's what I got.
Top 8.
You like a 3, top 12.
Manitoba here looking to make a good
Great.
draw to the top
Like
of
a
the
weight.
8-foot.
Hard line.
Hard, you got it.
Top 12.
Hard line.
3.
Got to drag it, boys. You got it.
Hard, guys.
17.
17-9 on this
Hard,
rock.
guys.
Can they get it in his rings?
All good, boys.
Not quite. Coming up a little bit light. So usable rock here for Saskatchewan. This will be a great opportunity to set up a possible steal point here at the top of the 4-foot.
Try to get a 1 now, I guess.
Do that 3-7.
37? Yeah. Okay. Now we can afford to go top 4.
yeah, a little bit too much of an adjustment there, I guess, but rather see that miss.
Yeah, and when you see, 3 or 4 of your teammates throwing them heavy consistently, it's you need to adjust a little bit. So pulling it back, maybe a little
Go
bit too much
straight,
there.
yep. Yep.
Hard thumb! Give me top 4.
Hard straight.
Hard thumb!
Nathan's going to try to make the adjustment here. This rock's really curling towards center.
Got it, go, Tom! Hard thumb!
Robin. Whoa.
Get it by, not quite.
It's fine.
6 around as a guard near
16
center.
more. Actually, I think you just need more ice.
That's that lefty in turn. Everybody knows that just curls that little bit more. Might need a little bit more ice. I'm not sure if he threw it at the broom, but
Yeah, Skipper said he needed a little bit more ice on that one. He got 16-1 on that one, so
the weight was pretty good.
weight was in the ballpark.
Well, he threw 17 on his first. I still like a 16 too.
No. That's me. Again, that's me not knowing how to do this.
Manitoba going out wide here. We're seeing the
wow.
the broom just outside of the 12 foot. It's wider than we've been any other throw this game.
Definitely more.
Hard line.
This was slower a while ago, so
One's close.
Really hard line, boys. Really gotta get by.
Gotta go wait.
Hard, you got it. Hard. Really gotta go, Tanner. Hard, buddy, hard.
16-6 on this one. Can they get it by the guard? Yes, they can.
good sweep.
There's it. Great shot. Tyler Fair from Manitoba.
Yeah, that was bad. Well, I said too, that's gonna look so bad on the mics. I was like, I feel really good about my draws right now. Just sailed it.
So this rock's fully buried here. Saskatchewan and Nathan Roy are going to be going a little bit wider as well.
Yeah. They gotta do more cardio.
They're going to look to make their own draw around in the 4 foot.
Yep. Five. Good. Back 4, back 8. Just pull 4, boys. Close line. Straight.
Rogan Snow here with the first of the skip stones in the 4th inning.
Wow. Gotta go,
This rock's
boys.
curling
Gotta
early.
Go. You ready? He's way inside. Whoa. Boys, that's fine.
16 again. The weight was fairly close. Just can't quite seem to get by that center guard.
What was my split?
He's gonna tap.
I thought that was really good.
I like this.
Yes, you were right.
Even tap that to here.
Yeah, but then
we
you're
have my
leaving
job.
this over.
I am gassed right now.
I don't mind.
Two end to end with pop. It's like this low on my broom. Even if you come back.
Where to for Manitoba?
Hey, I like him pop.
Yeah, either way, we're going to have to go out a little bit wider than we've been. See the broom being put down even wider. We're getting closer and closer to the forwards here with this broom. But they would have got a good read on Tyler's last draw.
What tie throw?
What tie throw?
You've seen the way he carried quite well out here so far.
Yeah, that last one was
I don't hit a
16-6, so it was good.
Because that one felt quick.
And a couple good
Yeah,
results
his
here,
felt
whether
really
you're
quick.
top 12 or even right near the tee line. If you can get even half buried here, Manitoba's going to be a good spot to score at least 2 points.
I like it.
Do you hate going? Feels a little big.
You touch hot.
They're hot.
Back 4.
Back
Slip
8.
it with quite a bit there. Let's see if it comes down this wide.
Nice. It's really gotta die.
It's like quite a bit more weight than any rock they've thrown.
Can't go.
Yeah, that's 14-1. That's
Just a little bit too much.
You're good. Ty, do you get a time?
13-9.
Edge, I think.
You need back 8.
I just didn't.
Like edge or a little less.
Yeah.
I want to say edge is close.
Give me like.
I definitely think wide's your mass.
Okay, we'll go.
A couple options here for Saskatchewan. You could play just the tap on the center line stone, and either stone really. Briefly discuss the slash to try to sit 2 buried, to settling on the
Only
tap.
like a 3-6, 3-5.
Yeah.
What was my last one?
It might have landed like just on the right. It might have would have been only like.
If you make this one good, Manitoba's going to have a tricky time even scoring 1.
I figured it was gonna be heavy.
I think we were trying to make sure we can bring 3 into.
I spoke about that shot.
He's basket.
Like the tap here, Luke?
I do.
Where? Good. Wall then. Wall line.
Back low.
Wall line. Curl. Curl.
A little more weight than they wanted. This one's hanging a little bit.
Straight. Straight. Whoa.
Little wick.
Jeez.
Need a piece of the 8.
Tapped it up. So Manitoba will need a piece of the 8 here to score their second point.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, yes, it needed even less.
Looking at throwing that same draw path that
Like 16.
Nash
it's
just attempted.
Same, just
Really good.
running to T line.
Hey.
Right, if I know that, that's right on.
Gotta be fighting 8 kid.
Free shot.
One of those ends, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We all have
A
them.
few misses here and there, but still a deuce opportunity here for Manitoba, so he just threw it.
I mean, back 12.
Hopefully he can adjust here.
Just had to get it to T-line.
Fight the 8 times.
Yeah, and I think good for both of these teams to go into the fourth end break now after an end like that. Just a chance to put that aside. Have a good talk with the coach.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't like work like that.
All right,
Like bending it.
down one. That's fine.
So here we go. Nash Sugden here with his final stone, looking to make that adjustment.
You're really
Line's
You're all
good.
there.
Okay.
You're really close.
Fight the 8 T
All
line.
weight.
You're really good.
T line back 4.
All weight.
T back 4. Line's great. T back 4.
Counter
Just,
if anything.
just gotta let it die.
Okay,
T line.
We're really good.
15.
Sweepers are calling this one close.
Just nurse her home.
Just whoa.
Needs to stop, and it will at the back of the 8 foot.
It's a deuce.
It's a really good adjustment there for Nash after his first stone.
Just didn't move on me.
Deuce is a deuce. Doesn't matter how they happen.
We've had a really good back and forth game here. So Manitoba takes their 2 to go ahead 4-3 at the fourth end break. We're going to be back with a few minutes with the second half.
Today we learned to put one foot in front of the other. That with a little hard work, great things will happen. We can go for gold, but what matters most is having fun. We learn from some of the best, improving our skills, building confidence, and making friends that feel like family. We are proud to be the future of curling.
Look at that shot. See how he reacts. There goes one moving here. It's them both too. Ah, great shot. That's a great shot. Oh, he's got to pick it right out of there. He's got it. Fly is what you need to become the Canadian Stay with it, Will. What do you got? You got one, you got two, you got three. Game
kiddo.
Just one more throw, please.
Thank you for making moments like these possible.
We've got 4 ends in the books here in Sudbury, the 2026 New Holland Canadian Under-20 Championships. We've got a game here. Manitoba 2, ahead to Saskatchewan 1, 4-3. Just catching a few of these first 4 highlights. It's been a little bit up and down for both of these teams. I think both of them are going to look to improve on a few misses so far and try to capitalize on a few of these opportunities. But I think considering the way this game has gone for both teams, I think both of them will still be happy that it's within reach.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's down 1 with hammer for Saskatchewan. It's no big deal. It's been a little bit heavy on draws, I think, is where the boys need to adjust here and find that draw weight. But yeah, other than that, it's been entertaining. I look forward to the second half.
Yeah, both teams with just under 20 minutes here to play the second half, and of course with 32 minutes per game, we're flying through this one. There's a good look at the crowd there. You see all the provinces kind of bringing their provincial flags, cheering everyone on, and seeing a few other teams in the stands this evening.
It's been very loud in the building tonight for sure. Everyone's cheering on their teams.
So just about to get back underway here in the 5th end. The Saskatchewan number 1 with the hammer. I think extra important for these teams too. We've seen some heavy throws, and it's good to remember that it's always quicker after that 4th end mop. So
yeah, for sure.
We'll see what these guys could do.
As the lead, I always try to remind myself after the mop, 2 feet slower for the slide, not for the ice.
$15.8 on this one. Should be easily into the button area.
Yeah, well done.
No problem there. Manitoba not worried about having to score points at this stage of the game. So they have no problem drawing in on the first one. Saskatchewan down by 1. They're going to want to put up that corner guard. Try to generate 2 points. Really nice guard there, just past the New Holland logo.
Yeah, very good control.
Ryan Thiessen here, the 18-year-old factory worker from this team out of the Morden Curling Club.
I actually lived in Manitoba for a couple years, if you
Really?
did not know that. So I know the area. I looked after the Esso gas station, so it was pretty much the whole province.
They're looking for the guard there, but freezing your top button stone, not the worst option for Manitoba. Morden about an hour southwest of Winnipeg. So shout out to everyone at the Morden Curling Club this evening.
Right near the border, right?
Yeah. Cole Hilderman is an applied computing student. The University of Saskatchewan, 20 years old. This whole Saskatchewan team making their first appearance at a U-20 championship. 3 of them have former experience at Canadian U-18 championships. By comparison, all 4 players on the Manitoba team having former U-20 and former U-18 experience. Throwing now, 18-year-old Tanner Treichel, art student at the University of Manitoba. Makes a hit and stick, no mistake. Saskatchewan team out of the Sutherland Curling Club in Saskatoon. Saying hi to everyone out there. Dominic Barlow here, 18-year-old, grade 12 student. Oh, it's a nice hit and roll there.
Quite good.
Say about half buried from my vantage point behind the hack. Sweeper's on this one right away, able to hold it. Might be a hair heavier than they're expecting. It's not quite curling, and that's a miss.
Yeah, from my vantage point there, just, you know, as a coach, I'd like for the sweepers to stay the weight call first, because the skip called hard line, and he swept halfway, and we didn't hear once from the sweepers what the weight was, right? So it was a little heavy, and you know.
And we talked about it on previous broadcasts as well. This ice is so weight sensitive. Any little change in weight, even half a second, is going to make it run so much different.
Communication is key.
And these teams will learn that too.
But when the skipper calls a sweep right off the hop, you know, you sometimes forget to give the weight call too. So I know. I've done it myself.
Yeah, tough miss right back here for Saskatchewan. So both teams exchanging misses.
Switch to the draw now.
Yeah, just a little bit too heavy there from Dominic. Not much the sweepers could do on that one, unfortunately. Tyler Fair is the oldest member on this Manitoba team. He's 19 years old. He's a heavy-duty diesel truck mechanic back home in Manitoba.
I have lots of work in that field out in Manitoba.
This rock's also sliding, just kisses off the Saskatchewan stone. Leaves Saskatchewan sitting 1 here.
The theme continues. I think whoever is going to be able to find the draw weight a little more consistently here is going to come out on top.
Nathan Roy, civil engineering student at the University of Saskatchewan. He's 19 years old. He's got 2 previous appearances at the Under-18 Championships. A little fortunate there to...
Yeah, made something out of it. Was definitely through the house on its own.
Second draw attempt here for Tyler Fair.
Sweepers should be fresh.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of watching.
Been a lot of walking up and down here so far this game. And another one slipping deep here. Just rubs off the Saskatchewan stone. Can embarrass Tyler here a little bit with a little bit of a slip there at the back of the after his delivery. But we've all done it.
It's quick back on the feet there for sure.
No one saw that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Chance for Nathan here to make a hit and roll over. Try to sit 3, spread out across the house. Lines in the ballpark here. Can you miss the back one? Not quite. Still sits 2 after that hit. Just curls up a hair too much at the end. Almost missed that back stone. Touches it just enough to push it past that yellow stone.
That's a pretty good shot.
Yeah, forces Manitoba to deal with the open stone.
Tough to make a good roll here and be shot. Thinking they're just going to nose it.
Yeah, it'll be important for Manitoba to stick around here, because if you roll out, it'll give Saskatchewan the opportunity to hit the yellow one out on the side of the 12-foot to sit 3.
Yeah.
So important for Nash here to take an extra second in the hack. Got both teams with lots of time.
I've been impressed how quick these young teams play.
Yeah, I feel like we're in fast forward here almost. It's not much time to, not much discussion time. Need this one to curl.
Oh boy.
This one gets a jam, and just to add insult to injury, leaves Saskatchewan sitting 2 after that throw.
I had 9 seconds on that, so that's firm. You know, that's up weight. You got to be you got to have the right broom for that kind of weight, or you can't save it.
Yeah, for sure. Nash is a science student, University of Manitoba, the 18-year-old. So discussion time here for Saskatchewan. You could draw open and sit your 3, but down by 1, and we've seen some misses here by both teams. Do you ever attempt drawing another one around this this corner guard? Try to set up a 3 or a 4 here.
I kind of like your original call. Hit that yellow, intern, make the roll. That would be real good.
Yeah, both teams struggling a little bit with draw weight. So. Sitting 3 here would be huge for Saskatchewan. You see Rogan Snow coming down the ice.
Oh, that's true. It's changed back there. My bad. They were third shot.
Yeah, jam.
Now
so
they're 1-2.
Saskatchewan is
right.
Here.
No, yeah, definitely. So they're opting to just draw open here. Yeah, I would definitely play around the corner here to go for 3.
Rogan's first throw here. Okay, I thought this sounded familiar. Just like his lead, Cole, Rogan's also an applied computing student at the University of Saskatchewan. Sweeping this one hard, trying to get it into the rings. Really nice throw there.
Yeah, it's a great throw.
Yeah, it's scary times for Manitoba now. You're up by 1 in the 5th end break, and you're looking at playing a freeze against 3. They do have a double to limit Saskatchewan to 2.
I think I'd, take on the double. Looks like about a third of a rock.
Yeah, you see Coach Lauren Hamlin standing up the back. They're going to take their coach's interaction.
I think the coach is going to...
Yeah. 1 per half for each of these teams.
Being the 7th end, I'd say, the freeze would be a good call. But it's only the 5th, you know, you're up 4-3. Take the double on. Even if you hit and roll in front of that back one, or...
Yeah, they're going to play the double here. Yeah, and you give up 2. You're only down by 1 after 5.
Yeah, it looks like about a third of a rock. Maybe a thick third.
I'd say about a third. But and good to recognize that both of these teams have had opportunities to score. So make this, give Saskatchewan their draw for 2, and try to set up for your multiple point back at your even end next end.
Down 1 width in the 6th is a good scenario. Throw this good here and make this.
Big shot here for Nash Sugden. Needs to make this double to limit Saskatchewan. This one's curling early. Plan B here, trying to hit and roll. Just going to slide too far.
Got a few over curls on the in-out hits, just really curls that, because that was Peel. I was up there waiting. She curled.
Yeah, it's tough to not take enough ice on the inside-out hits.
Tried for the audible, but 2 different shots: a third of a rock and 7/8 of a rock to make the roll with Peel weight.
Yeah. Could be a big turning point in this game here.
Yeah, this extra point is huge here.
Draw for 3 here for Rogan Snow.
Very light clean so far.
Finding the curl now.
Should be fine.
Yeah, getting in that side path. No mistake. Saskatchewan fans are loving that one. Coach Richard Roy happy about that one. Big 3 points there for Team Saskatchewan. They take a 6-4 lead after the 5th end. Back with the 6 right after this.
Des blocs.
Two really nice skip stones there for Saskatchewan skip. Rogan Snow puts a big 3 points on the board for Team Saskatchewan, and they find themselves up 6-4 now after 5 ends of play.
Yeah, they capitalized on a couple of misses there, and big 3. Manitoba has hammer in the even ends here, so.
And Manitoba's had some opportunities. They've gotten some really nice corner guards from the front end, so just need to capitalize a little bit on the middle of the lineup. Try to get a couple good draws in around your corner guards, and as we mentioned, this game's been back and forth so far. So. Expecting it to continue that way.
14-7 right off.
Not stopping at all.
So an early miss there for Saskatchewan. Ryan Thiessen now trying to put up a corner guard. Comes to rest just short of the rings. Nice guard there for Ryan. Cole Hilderman looking to make the adjustment here. He came in heavy on his first one, looking to pull this one back about 6 or 7 feet. Try to find the top of the button.
Nice read.
Yeah, Manitoba's going to be patient with this one. That stone's not on the button. Down by 2 points. You're content just to ignore that Saskatchewan stone for a few more throws. Try to get a couple rocks around this corner guard. Try to set up an easy 2.
Got lots of room here. Should get there though.
Yeah, getting the finish now. There we go. 2 perfect throws there by Ryan Thiessen.
Yeah, that's a good pair from the lead.
Yeah, really good chance here for Manitoba. Gonna force Saskatchewan to make a couple good ones now. Giving you a rundown here on some of the scores from this side of the ice. Team Newfoundland and Labrador. Team Perry taking a 3-2 lead after 5 ends on PEI's Team Bruce. Team Alberta number 1 and Team Blue Shack up 5-1 on Team Curtis, Northern Ontario number 2. Our feature game is on Sheet C. On Sheet D, a battle of 2 of the top teams in Pool B, Ontario 1 and Quebec number 1. It's Ontario with a 5-2 lead after 5 ends of play. It's big games all around, so you can check out all the action at curling.ca/scoreboard.
Another rock came in deep here, and so a double attempt.
Pair wide and gets the roll out. So Manitoba not quite able to capitalize on a lot of these misses from Saskatchewan.
Missing on the wrong side. Been a lot of carve sweeps on heavyweight curl sweeps.
Take a couple extra seconds in the hack, and tolerance is really important, especially when you're down by 2 points late in the game.
As you up the weight on this ice, it's just deadly straight, so.
Saskatchewan trying to play the run back, trying to get both yellows. Great throw. Shot there by Dominic. It's the only member of the Saskatchewan team with no prior national experience, and not showing it on that shot. Gets his team out of a little bit of trouble. Still a guard here, though, for Tanner to get around. Comes to rest, splitting the T-line.
Good shot. It's buried.
Yeah.
Got to play the run back.
Yeah, forces Saskatchewan into the hit. Up by 2. They're not going to risk playing the freeze down here. Mission accomplished there for Manitoba. It'll be left up to Nathan Roy with this run back attempt. Need this one to curl a little bit.
It's good.
Runs it back. A little bit of rinse and repeat here. Manitoba going to be playing that same come around. Here catches about half that yellow stone. Good shot there for Nathan.
Close. See back 4.
Line's good, line's good. Top 4. Line's hair tight, Top 4. Great.
Tyler Fair here now, looking to put the stone in about the same spot as his first one.
Top 4. Line, back 4.
No mistake.
There we go. Down draw weight.
Got a final over on sheet B. Alberta #1 with a big win over Team Northern Ontario. They improved to 3-2.
Got to work this one.
Rolls it over just a little bit too far there.
So patience was good for Manitoba. It's hard to make 5 or 6 run backs in a row. So.
And you got your miss here from Saskatchewan, so really important for Manitoba to capitalize on this one. Something they haven't been able to do very often yet this game. This stone could go a long way into tying this game. Looking to roll a little bit. Sits in a good spot. So Manitoba has their 2 set up here pretty late in the end.
Yeah, I think I can. Feel it out, try to get the double. They're really flat, so chances are it ain't happening, but might as well go for it.
Heard Rogan say he's showing peel weight to try to make the double. I think this might be a little bit too flat here to make the double.
Yeah. Maybe Kevin Cooey, but
yeah, I got to throw parking lot weight for this one. Just a hit and roll over would be good here. Try to group the 2 stones.
Gonna be lucky to hit it.
It's about half the stone, drives it under.
It's a good chunk of it. Now you get to go behind the corner.
Yeah, don't need to get too cute with this one if you're Manitoba.
Yeah, even if you're just half buried, it's fine.
Yeah, important part here is just not to leave a double. Saskatchewan's up 2, so they're likely going to hit the open stone regardless.
Right on the tee line or just above the tee line, be perfect.
It's been the magic number of the week. Sweepers calling for 16-5 for just above the tee line. That hasn't changed a single game out here this week.
Air hot. Back 8. Back 8. Back 12.
Skip just hasn't been able to dial it in here. We'll just stick around.
Got 14
Oh,
here.
no, I got 14-1.
Yeah, and this one's just going to keep sailing, unfortunately. So Saskatchewan once again let off the hook here.
We go for it. I don't mind it. I just like 10.
And you can see here, not much for the sweepers to do there.
Ice is weird. We're gonna go.
It is release sensitive when it's fast like this, so if you're sliding out and you think you're light, you add a little bit.
Yeah,
easy to add 6 feet. So
yeah. You hear the team saying that the ice is a little bit weird today, but it's difficult to hit the house when you're throwing about 2 seconds more than you're aiming for. So just things to discuss about for this team after this game. Saskatchewan just looking to hit and stick here. Got a curl to hold it there. No, they're going to roll out, so Manitoba will get their chance for a blank.
Probably split out close to good weight in here.
It's not bad. I think ice is a little weird.
I agree. Actually, yeah.
Ice is not as... I do.
am I seeing what I think I'm seeing here?
I'm good all way.
Taking one.
Just clean.
Looks like it. A little bit surprised with this one, but whatever works for this team.
I guess they wanted to score in the even ends and try and force or steal their way home.
So Manitoba 2 gets their single. Saskatchewan will keep their 1-point lead with Hammer when we come back with the 7th end of play. We'll be right back right after this. Tuesday night here in Sudbury, the 2026 New Holland Canadian Under-20 Championships. Draw 11 here already. It's this week's been flying by. Already we had the Under-21 Mixed Doubles Championships late last week. Wishing our congratulations to Team Brooklyn Idison and Owen Henry on claiming the Mixed Doubles title, and they're going to represent Canada at the World Junior Mixed Doubles Championships in Edmonton early in May.
Yeah, that's awesome. Got to meet Owen at the Briar, so congrats.
Yeah, and that team's coached by Paralympic gold medalist Mark Idison, so a really special moment for that team.
It's been a good year.
Yeah, it really has. Nice center guard here for Team Manitoba.
So we'll see if the strategy for Manitoba pays off here. Just taking the single in 6, wanted to keep the hammer, I guess, for the 8th end if they force here or steal their way home.
We've seen Manitoba actually earlier this week. They've got to steal a 2 late in the game, and they've got to steal a 4 in their first game as well. So no stranger to being able to put some rocks in play and put some pressure on the opposition. So maybe leaning on that past experience this week to try to steal their way into the lead late in the game.
14-15.
There's another rocket.
You ever pump one in now?
Yeah, both teams having trouble here adjusting to draw weight.
Just inconsistent, right? You see 2-3 great ones and then one rocket.
You say Ryan put up 2 great ones last night. He's got a perfect center guard here. So good one in the forefoot, and Saskatchewan's going to be chasing here.
Oh, you should be all there. You should be all there. You should be all there.
One.
You should be all there.
Actually going with the double center guards here, which makes sense.
How wide are you? Probably 2. They're really wide. Wide and deep. At the same time.
Nice throw.
Right onto the center line.
A little too close together, but they're on the center line, so, and tough double peel.
It's going to keep Saskatchewan busy regardless down the middle pretty soon. Obviously 5-rock rule right now, so they're unable to peel just yet. And they're asking Cole to throw another draw out to the wing.
It's good to see here. Take that little extra second after a miss and regroup.
Yeah, and both these teams have lots of time. You see the clocks behind the players. 12 minutes for Saskatchewan and about 10:44 left for Manitoba. So tons of time left to play these last 2 ends.
Gotta go. Yep, hard dog. Gotta go.
Or just to take that deep breath before you throw. So try to settle it in a little bit. This one's looking a lot better.
Then you just give him a triple peel, right?
Great throw. Wait, great throw. Oh, no.
There we go. Nice bounce back.
Yeah, really nice adjustment for Cole.
Good. One.
No, we're on it.
So Manitoba going into the rings here. See if Tanner can make the adjustment.
Be real close. Top 4.
Gonna want to be full 4 here, maybe biting the button.
Top 8.
Hard to get by the guard.
This looks tight.
Yeah, it's curling early.
You're there. Goodbye.
Definitely not getting by the second one, but clip the first one.
Whoa.
Not bad to leave your 2 guards right on the center line, though.
Yeah, just feathered it, so it's not the end of the world. But I think we're going to see a double peel here.
Did I throw it okay? Didn't feel like I jumped.
Dominic Barlow here with the double peel attempt.
Sweepers are having a hard time keeping up with it.
Good.
Gets 1, rolls the other guard in front of the Yellowstone in the top 12. So Manitoba's still in good shape here. Throwing the wide intern here, which is a little surprising.
Definitely think the outturn looks more appealing the way the rocks are staggered, but
yeah, they've seen this path 2 ends ago. Might be a little bit more familiar with it.
A little extensive.
Hard to get by. Top 4, top 8. Hard, boy.
Gotta go hard to get it past that stone in the 12 foot. He needs to get the rub off now.
just tough to know the speed when you go way out wide like that later in the game. It seemed fine, but caught the curl early.
It's just enough to tap them in for shot stone, though, so Saskatchewan's going to deal with those rocks in the middle.
Yep.
7.
Dominic looking to make 2 of these Yellowstones go away.
On the roll.
This one looks close.
Great roll.
Gets the jam.
You're good.
Gotta put another one up high.
Opens up that Yellowstone, though, so not the worst result.
Go 1, 2.
Yeah, pretty good.
Liz, you want it?
Manitoba is just content in guarding that top 12 stone for the time being.
Where does he want it?
1.
Okay.
1, 2.
It's a usable stone to tap up later in the end.
Gear 2. 1 or 2. Should be all there. Gotta go a bit to get there.
You're good. Hair higher, your broom. Really good.
And it stops in a good spot.
Possible chance to get them all here.
Yeah, it's a good angle here. You're going to want to move something because Saskatchewan doesn't have a draw into the button on either side right
eventually,
now. So we're going to open up at least one lane for your single point later on.
Curl. Straight. Straight. Roll it off 5.
Roll. Roll down.
Nathan Roy makes the peel.
Good.
Rolls to cover their stone at the edge of the 12-foot.
Good shot.
Well, that was so good it was bad. Or so bad it was good. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Really good.
Perfect roll. I'm quite sure they were trying to hit into the guards there, but good plan B. Well thought out.
You got less.
One more room last time.
Tyler wants to put the guard right back up where it was.
Curl.
They're going to keep guarding just to keep Saskatchewan busy a little bit. Getting down to skip stones here.
Wait two.
Hard curl.
Hard, boys.
Yeah, no
I think
problem
we
there.
might see a shift. It's well buried again. It's still double peel attempt here.
Yeah, you'd hate to give Manitoba the opportunity to make that Yellowstone better right now. Content with the peel, and if you can catch the yellow guard tight to the rings, that's a bonus. You could get all 3 here if you make this one good.
Leave it.
Nathan Roy's going to show us how.
Whoa. Let it come.
It's curled just a hair. Oh. Some tough misses here tonight. Neither team's able to figure out the magic touch. Catch it here on the replay. Just really unfortunate roll there.
I was going to say that low side drag
Ah, just missing by that little bit. You know, he had the broom on the inside of the rock there. And
I'm looking to catch like inside of this.
it's not appealing to the eye sometimes, so touch full. And
where their guard rolled, Manitoba's actually got a really good opportunity to draw one around right to the top of the button here.
You got it. Just slow down.
play a double tap here, I think.
Yeah, and you heard Tyler tell Nash to slow down a little bit, recognizing that this is a really important shot for Manitoba to set up a steal. Need to make sure to communicate the weight and settle into the hack. Take that extra second here.
16, you said? I don't mind it at all. The same as last game, basically.
One of the more important throws that Nash is going to throw this game.
Much. You want to like kind of show him a little on the right side, eh?
Yeah, make him try. Okay.
It's all important first stone here for Nash Sugden. Trying to wrap one around the Saskatchewan center guard here.
Top 8.
Hard line.
Trying to apply the pressure here late in the game.
Hard line. Really gotta go.
Hard line.
Got to get by the center guard here.
Whoa.
Just by.
T line.
T right to the 4.
Pop open, I'd say.
Good toss. That's like, oh, just.
Yeah, it might sit in the hole there. Looks like there's enough room to.
Can't buy one. Yeah, perfect
No.
weight that time, and
Yeah.
just over curled.
It's that kind of game for both of these teams, and looks like there's enough room by these two guards to be able to throw it through the port. Might be able to make the roll under your center guard too. There's a good look at it.
Not with a 10. I think for sure with a 10.
Looks like a little bit more than a rock's width from my vantage point.
was throwing the same
I
spot
like
on the
10.
other side. And we were going outside.
Yeah. Ten up.
Close. Curl. Whoa, straight. Straight. Whoa, curl.
They make it through the port. No.
Oh, wow.
Sure, I guess.
It's a little bit fortunate getting the other double on the yellows. So leaves Manitoba sitting 1.
Again,
Opens
I'm
up
not
the-
sure what the weight selection was, but I had a 9-2 on that one.
Just catches that red.
Christmas Eve best, right? Inside 4.
Where's center line?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, just a little bit of frustration for both these teams.
I like even more. You can carve.
Manitoba in a really good steal position here. They're just going to put up a guard.
Nash, what are you doing?
I run
more.
Just the 2.
Might force Saskatchewan into playing some sort of angle slash in for their 2 points.
Yeah. You gotta play.
Even a 3 is good.
I like it. Two's like nothing, eh? Feels like nothing, yeah. Go for a line here, really.
Most again is 1.
Curling will always slow down. Like a rock's width right of center.
Like an 18.
I think it'll be. I was thinking like we play that.
You everything for deep?
Big shot here for Manitoba.
I think you're close. Maybe hair deep.
Looking to guard their Yellowstone at the top of the forefoot.
I think you're just a 2.
All line.
2.
2.5.
2.5. 2.5.
Starting to curl over now.
Where? 2. 2.5.
Whoa!
Want this one to
Curling
stop.
bunch.
This one will over curl.
I like board first.
Yeah, I like no more than board.
Okay.
So opportunity here for Saskatchewan to get their
I don't even know.
2 points and take a big 3-point lead into the last end.
Yep.
You were even positive too.
That just goes to show that throwing out the perfect guards are not easy on this ice,
Yeah,
right? Like, and especially if you're looking for a 2, which is a midway guard, and it becomes a 2.5 or whatnot, a little more travel, just curled that half a rock too much.
About a third to half of the zone is visible here for Rogan.
Clean. Yes. Hard.
Big shot here.
Hard. Whoa.
Sweepers are on this one.
Curl. Curl. Curl.
Trying to make it curl
Right
now.
up, Cole. Right up.
Can you stick around for 2? You bet you can.
Nice weight.
Yeah, great throw and a big 2 points there for Team Saskatchewan.
Puts you in good control up 3.
Coach Richard Roy happy about that one. 3-point lead for Saskatchewan. We'll be back right after this.
I don't mind.
Don't forget the brooms.
You got it.
Come on. What do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
A big 2 points there. Team Saskatchewan #1 may make all the difference in this game. They take an 8-5 lead as they head to this 8th end here. The 2026 New Holland Canadian Under-20 Championships. Important game for both of these teams. Brogan Snow and his Saskatchewan team coming in with a 3-2 record. Tied for 4th place, just outside of a playoff spot. Team Manitoba #2 sitting at 1-3 and desperate for a win here. Just a reminder, it's 9 teams per pool, so an 8-game round robin, and the top 3 in each pool will advance to the playoffs. So huge game here for both teams looking to pick up and win.
Feels like sometimes I'm genuinely
Line's all over there.
really
It's all there. touch it.
Looks all right.
So up by 3 here. Saskatchewan not looking at putting up any guards.
You're all good. You're all good.
Looking to go top 4 on this first
Right
one.
off, right off.
It's all there.
15-1.
So hard. We were not.
Perfect.
Good.
Yeah, good spot there for Cole.
18.
Right on the New Holland leaf.
Yeah.
This
Pretty much got her covered.
That was that's probably the call. Not 366.
Well, Manitoba's all in now. It's going to be double corners and leaving all kinds of red rocks in play and see what happens.
Yeah, and we've seen some late game comebacks here this week. And, especially with the 5 rock rule. 3 points not out of the question.
You gotta go.
Line's great.
Couple of good guards here, and Manitoba's going to have that opportunity.
Side rock. 2. 18-3, you can go.
Right on the L.
Yeah, right up.
Right on the L's.
Looking at these leaderboards so far, and we're playing Pool B for the men right now, and currently Quebec number 1, Team Tremblay leading the field with an undefeated 4-0 record. Team Newfoundland Labrador, Team Perry sitting at 4-1, and Ontario number 1 also at 4-1. Ontario 1 and Quebec 1 are playing each other at the moment. Ontario with a 5-4 lead.
Looks good.
And in our other pool, Alberta number 2, Jackson Hebert leading the way at 4-1.
It's close.
Line's
British Columbia number 1 and Ontario number 2 both sitting at 3-1 to
Get it. Try to go for it.
lead that pool.
Curl if we can.
Of course, you can see all the scores and standings at curling.ca/scoreboard.
Oh, weight's really good, Rogan. Curl.
Get curl.
Curl. Curl down.
That's so nice. Great throw.
2 good throws for the Saskatchewan lead there.
Warren says.
Yeah, Cole's made some nice shots late in this game.
Go here now.
Deciding to go in right away.
Yeah. Like that with an extension.
I think he said that was
Yeah, a little bit surprised here, down by 3.
Yeah, definitely be playing 2 corners. Just got to use the 5 rock rule as much as you can.
Yeah, if you're drawing around now, you got to be perfectly buried, or else you're going to give Saskatchewan the opportunity to hit this rock in the house.
Hard line.
3.
3-yard line.
This could be a blessing in disguise if it's not in the rings.
Top 12. Hard to get by.
Hard to get by, just gets the rub. And a little bit fortunate that it stops before the rings. So Saskatchewan's going to have to wait an extra rock before hitting any of it.
Another freeze.
We got our call.
Yeah. So he just rubs it there at the end to take the steam off of it. So Saskatchewan not being able to hit, they're going to draw a 3rd one into this
Looks
pile.
good.
Weight's good. It's there.
Little
Wide
in.
old late.
Little in.
Weight's good.
Try to keep Manitoba busy,
Little in still.
Do it.
realizing that
Line's good,
Manitoba's
line's
going to have to
good.
move
Do
some
it.
of those 3
Line's real
Saskatchewan
nice.
stones to be able to score their 3.
Line looks real good.
Weight's really good.
Yeah, there are teams that would throw it through here, but I like putting as many rocks in play that they have to deal with.
Good.
Yeah, when you're going to put it right on top like that,
Yeah.
it's not too bad.
I think you play. You play
Yeah, you
that
have to
now.
move them.
Super nice
I
weight.
think you play right on the nose.
I like way less. To move anything, you're going to need 10. They're not even
Yeah, I don't mind
go
on the
out.
nose. You know that Saskatchewan's going to be running up to try to peel some
You
of
just
the
got to
guards.
get it back, though. We need him in play.
Worst case, it overcurls a little bit, and you've got your 2 corner guards to work with. Nose or the inside, you should be making 2 of these red stones go away. Want to stick around here. It's the most important thing from the shot.
Yeah. Oh.
I think the nose hit is what we're looking for here, just to stay in front of the red, and then we got to deal with it later.
Big roll, big roll.
So it's going to roll under.
Hard.
They went for the roll, which seems good, but
Oh, boy.
That's all you got.
It leaves them a rock at the back of the 12 too, that they can freeze to later.
It's just about all you got. I think that's a great shot. Okay. It's a good shot. It's just like they always have a shot.
Leaves the run back here though.
I need a couple misses to score 3, I think.
Whoa. Yep.
Yep, straight. Hard. Hard goal.
Dominic Barlow here.
Yep, hard.
You got it. Nice.
No mistake. Perfect roll back to center as
roll
well.
to the center too. Wow.
Absolutely perfect.
Okay, you'd rather be light. Yeah.
He's not playing like a rookie this week.
I like it.
He's made some really nice shots this game.
It's kind of a crazy interest. All because I didn't start with a 3 fan.
I like it.
I think you're all there.
Got to make some of these yellows count now if you're Manitoba.
All there.
I'm good.
Down by 3. You got 5 rocks remaining.
You might be
Got
gone.
room.
Nice load off.
You might be gone.
Gone?
And they've got some work to do here.
I'm tripping. Sorry.
Not anything. So.
And a rock through the rings is not going to help them out here.
Wait, practice on that part.
Got this song in my head. Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That
it
one
stuck around.
Yeah, it came down really hard at the back there.
But just haven't been able to consistently find that draw weight. You know, you got to give it to the sweepers. It's such sweepable ice. And they're so strong and can sweep it 6 feet. So you got 15 feet to work with compared to that throw.
Clean.
Clean.
Yes.
Clean.
Straight peel being asked here for Nathan.
Roll it out.
No mistake.
Yeah. Oh, that guard, that center guard is
I think I like this side.
Yeah,
I can
it's
see a sliver on this side.
definitely 2 shots away here for Manitoba.
You can go this
yeah.
side.
They're going to need to make a really good corner freeze here because there's
Unless you're scared about the jam.
not much way to remove this red stone
I
right
think you
now
gotta get the
without.
nose.
Okay.
Could play the intern chase, but you're risking taking
You're
out
waiting,
your
16-5.
yellow biter at the back, and you need just about everything in play here if you're Manitoba. Starts with a good freeze.
I like it. Gotta go with it. Top 12.
Mine's good.
Top 12. Top 8.
Right, top 8. Fully.
Really close.
Straight.
You can go.
Hard line. Hard line, Dan. Really gotta go. Hard to get it by.
Top 4.
Hard
Hard to get this around the center,
Top 4. Top 8.
Hard right up to
and
it.
they will.
Hard right up to it. Hard throw. Hard.
There we
Freeze
go.
around in the face.
Really
Great
nice.
shot there.
That's what I mean. Like they make beauties and just been inconsistent. That was a beauty.
So Saskatchewan knows that there's still work to do down the middle from Manitoba, so they got no problem just running up to the back one and peeling it out.
Nice. Clean.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Hard dog.
Just roll it out.
Looking to rip it out. No need to stick around here.
Whoa. We're good.
No problem.
Yeah, no issues there.
8-6-5.
To come around the pile
Really
here.
nice.
And
It's on that side. Show him a little.
Back 4.
Back 8.
Yeah, back 4, back 8's good here. If it happens to be a little bit light and comes up to a
That's what we
freeze, it's
wanted.
also not too bad. You want to make Saskatchewan shots difficult at this point if you're Manitoba.
I like it. You gotta go.
Back 8.
T-line. Back 4. Yeah.
Hard line.
Hard line.
T-line.
Hard line.
T-line.
Where?
T-line.
Whoa. Curl. Hard curl. Really gotta go. Really gotta go.
Changing to the freeze here.
Not terrible.
what to do now? Tempted to smash it, but you're gonna jam and leave them with shot rock. But
Yeah, Saskatchewan's going to call their coach's interaction. Of course, Manitoba used theirs early.
It gets her to 1. It's not bad. Opens things up probably.
Let's see what Richard has to say here.
Do you like it? Just missile it? Nathan's calling that shot. I'm just wondering if we need
almost tempted to guard it. Like it's sad to say up 3, but I don't think there's not much. Like you'll get rid of that yellow, but it'll jam on that red. It might pop open a bit though, but
But he can't get to that.
I don't hate throwing
technically have
get
the
rid of
drag to like the. I guess right now, like the center line side.
Get really one. peel everything out, make me spill everything. Or yellow will just be sitting.
I don't mind running the center either.
Either running this, I think I like running the center or the guard actually. Yeah.
I'm smoking this thing.
I don't feel so crazy.
That way there you're.
You'll hit like what?
You got nothing in front. On your next one, all you're gonna have to do is hit one of the
I mean,
yellows.
nose, then they're full guarded.
You can see it out of the left-hand corner of your screen there. Newfoundland and Labrador picking up a big win over Team PEI. So Team Perry improving to 5-1 with 2 games left in the round robin.
Missile. And by missile, I mean 7 or something.
Please, you ready? Probably going around at all. Yeah, good, you're going.
For the time being, they're the only team with 5 wins in Pool B, and we know that either one of Ontario #1 or Quebec #1 are going to join them at 5 wins.
It probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I don't want it. If it ends up being that, then it ends up being that.
So settling on the run back here for Saskatchewan. Trying to remove one of the yellows and open things up at the same time.
7. Whoa! Curl! 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 Curl!
Want to make some noise here. Great shot.
Perfect. Great call.
Leaves the Manitoba stone open, so Brogan's going to have an open hit on his last one.
Yeah, nowhere to hide now.
See it here on the replay, just opens everything up, spins the shooter out of play.
Go here?
Yeah, up 3, definitely. That was the call.
Yeah, need a flash here for Saskatchewan, and Manitoba realizes that. They're laughing about it.
Into that one, you go here, I guess. You hope he gets that one.
Really nowhere to hide here for Manitoba, so just put one in and gotta hope for a miss.
Tanner!
We got lots of time.
Where do you put it? I mean, you're hoping for a dead flash.
On your magic
right
stick.
up,
Yeah,
right?
I think it doesn't really matter where you put it at this point.
I was just standing here, my spider like
Nowhere. You could try guarding it. You're hoping for a flash at this point.
Right.
Just going back quickly to the Newfoundland taking over first place. It's we're getting pretty late in the round robin, and it's important to realize the top 3 teams in each pool make the playoffs, and a bonus for finishing first is you get the bye right to the semifinal.
All right, yeah. I just feel like your only shot. That he just got a wide open hit. I think you have to go here.
It's a huge win there for Newfoundland and Labrador.
Wow. I don't even mind here.
Okay.
Just off center and just forward toss. That's 8.
you are correcting your assessment.
Bite the 8.
The Ontario-Quebec game looks like she's
just
tight.
Off center, just so that like if
I've had some,
had some really good games up here.
Yeah. I mean, you're hoping for a very big. You're hoping for a huge miss.
What, 6'4"?
Somehow. Just bite the 8-foot.
Is Manitoba just trying to bite the 8-foot here? They like to split center line.
16-5.
Trying to create any kind of jam opportunity if asking for a lot here.
I think so.
So first at Nash to skip stones here in 8.
Do it. Curl.
Needs to be in the rings first things first.
Hard. Top 4. T-line. Coming off. Top 4. Now curl. T-line.
Hard curl.
All right.
He's bumping it.
And a missile.
Taps it up and sits 2, so wide open hit here for Brogan Snow.
You're really hoping.
I mean,
Make one go away and pick up your 4th win.
Good toss, buddy.
If you like it, I'll give you less ice though. Throw firm.
all right, we're just gonna hit that thing really hard.
No, we gave 2 shots in a second.
Just saying.
Okay.
Literally no difference in what I just did.
All right.
You'll see the sweepers keep this one clean all the way down, just to make sure it doesn't pick anything up.
Yeah, for sure.
You can jam.
7.
Whoa! Curl! 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 Curl!
Make them both go away.
Really wanted to make that double, I guess.
Saskatchewan fans loving this one. Saskatchewan picks up the win.
Oh, well done for Saskatchewan. They certainly took advantage of some mistakes and scored that deuce there late in the game, put them in control. Yeah, they're 4-2 now.
Yeah, Saskatchewan improved to 4-2, so they stay among those contenders looking for a spot in the top 3. Tough loss there for Manitoba MB2 to drop to 1-4. So that'll do it for us here on Tuesday. Thanks again for Luke for joining me here today. Join us again on Wednesday morning for Draw 12 action. Sean Turp and Lauren Rajla here on the call. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow here from Sudbury.
Have a great rest of the week. I'm off to Curl for Kids.
It's a beautiful blend of strategy, skill, and creativity. Curling. But it's our people that make us great. We're a mosaic of countless experiences. We communicate and collaborate. We value new ideas and different perspectives. We learn from our past and from our future. We may even disagree sometimes, but it's in our differences that we can see our strengths. The beauty of our sport is reflected in our people and our values. Regardless of your ethnicity or gender, your abilities, your stage in life, your beliefs, or who you love. The rocks and the ice don't discriminate, and as curlers, we won't either. We will be the change that we want to see in the world. Curling is a place for everyone.